everyone, it's Jennifer from Flux. In this video, I'm going to show you how to crochet the beautiful closed shell stitch. This is a favorite and was actually a request from one of you, so I'm really excited when you give me requests. And I know it is a popular stitch and a lot of people love this. Now I do have a finished piece so you can see a little bit more of the stitch. This is one we were working on. This is also the closed shell stitch. This is one of my spa cloths. I can put the link down below to the pattern if you'd like to try a pattern as well. And this is such a beautiful stitch, and it has lots of texture, and the shells sort of like nestle in and sit in with one another, and so it makes a little bit more of a solid fabric. It's not open and lacy, so it is a beautiful stitch. So we're going to go through it every step of the way, and again, I'll put the links down below if you'd like to try some projects with this stitch as well. So let's get started. For this project, we're going to be using some bulky yarn and an L crochet hook. This is my Furls Odyssey in the silver. I'll put a link down below if you'd like to get one for yourself. Now, for the yarn, you can really use any yarn you like with this stitch. It's very versatile. I would look at your yarn label and look for the recommended hook size if you're experimenting with this stitch. So we're going to begin. I'm going to pull a little bit of yarn out here. Our multiple for the closed shell stitch is 6 plus 1. So if you're not familiar with multiples, all that means is when you're doing your starting chain, you're going to go in groups of 6. So 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 and so forth until you get the starting chain length that you like, and then add one more chain onto that. So we're going to do a starting chain of 19. So that's 3 groups of 6. 6 plus 6 plus 6, and then one more chain on that, okay? Now you can really make your starting chain any length that you want and any number that you want as long as it's in that 6 plus 1, okay? So what we're going to do is start with row 1. We need to put a slip knot on our hook. So take the yarn, wrap it around your fingers to make a loop, and I'm actually going to zoom in a little bit with my, there we go. Make a loop. So to begin, we're going to wrap the yarn around our fingers to make a loop, bring the yarn behind the loop, reach in with your hook, bring up a loop, and tighten. Again, we're going to do a chain of 19. So to make a chain, wrap the yarn around the hook and bring it through the loop. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. Again, just stay in that multiple of 6 plus 1 and you'll be just fine. So what we're going to do for row 1. Row 1 is kind of like set us up, okay? Row 2 is the row that we repeat for as long as we want to, okay? But for row 1, what we're going to do is in the 4th chain from the hook, so this loop here does not count. We're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. In that 4th chain from the hook, we're going to work 2 double crochets. So to make a double crochet, wrap the yarn around the hook, insert the hook into that chain, and bring up a loop. You'll have 3 loops on the hook. Wrap yarn around hook, bring it through the first 2 loops. Wrap yarn around hook, bring it through the last 2 loops. Then we're going to do a second double crochet in that same chain. Then what we're going to do is skip 2 chains, and in the chain after that, we're going to work a single crochet. So insert the hook into that chain, bring up a loop, wrap the yarn around the hook, and bring it through both loops. Next, what we're going to do is skip 2 chains once again, and in the chain after that, we're going to work 4 double crochets this time. So in that chain, work 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, 3 double crochet, and I'm going to get some more yarn here, and 4 double crochet, all in that same chain. Then we're going to skip 2 chains once again, and then the chain after that, work a single crochet this time. Skip 2 chains. In the chain after that, we're going to work 4 double crochet. So 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, 3 double crochet, and 4 double crochet. Now, if you did the same number of chains as me, you should have 3 chains left at the end of your row. So you can see 1, 2, and 3. So what we're going to do is skip 2 chains, and in that very last chain, work a single crochet to finish off the row. Okay? So row 1 is complete, and you can see we have some lovely little shells going on, okay? Now depending on your starting chain, if you fiddled around with the multiples a little bit, you'll have more shells or less shells depending on how many starting chains you did. But if you did the same number as me, you should have that little kind of like half shell and then 2 full shells here. Okay, so let's move on to row 2. Now, like I mentioned, row 2 is the row that you repeat over and over and over for the rest of your swatch or project or whatever you're making. So for row 2, what we're going to do is chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and turn our work. Then what we're going to do is in that single crochet, remember that last single crochet we did at the end of the row? It's going to kind of look like a loop at the base of that chain we just did. Right into that single crochet from the previous row, we're going to work 2 double crochets into that single crochet. So 1 and 2, just like that. Now we're going to go to this shell, this first shell that we come to, and remember it was 4 double crochets. You can see them, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go in the center of that shell. So in between, there is a space right in the middle of that shell right there. We're going to work a single crochet in the very center of our shell into that space right there. So work a single crochet, and then what we're going to do is hop over to the single crochet that we did in between the shells. So you can kind of see it's like a loop in between the shells, and we're going to work 4 double crochets into that single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you can see how our shells they sort of get like nestled in between each other. Then we're going to go to that next shell that we come to from the previous row, and we're going to go right in the middle of that like we did before and work a single crochet. Just like that. Then what we're going to do is at the end of the row here, remember it was like a little half shell? What we're going to do is work in between that little half shell and the shell that we just did, there's a single crochet in the middle there, okay? So we're going to work 4 double crochets into that. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then to finish off the row, row 2, what we'll do is we'll work a single crochet in the turning chain space to finish the row, okay? And what I mean by that is if we go to the end of the row, you can see we have our, remember how it was like a little half shell with the 2 double crochets? And then we have our turning chain. You can kind of see it. It comes out the side here. If you kind of open this up a little bit, you can see there's a space that turning chain created. So let me get my tail out of the way so you can see through it a little bit better. But it created a space. That's the turning chain space. So what we're going to do is work a single crochet into that turning chain space to finish the row. So that's all you have to do to continue with the closed shell stitch. Just keep repeating row 2 over and over and over again. You can, if you want to see this row again, there is a slow motion feature. You can pause the video or go back in the video at any time. Now, if you keep working your row 2s, like this dishcloth we showed at the beginning of the video, you can get some really gorgeous texture and make some fun projects as well. I will put the link down to this project down below. Once you've practiced a little bit, you can, if you're ready to move on to a project, I have this and a few other closed shell stitch projects that you can experiment with as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching, and be sure and click the subscribe button to get all the latest Fiber Flux video updates. Thanks again.